Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to Justin's House. It's time for the October 21st edition of ServiceNow Store Highlights, or SSH. We'll jump right to it. It was a bit easier of a job this week because there wasn't as many updates. Thank you, updaters. it's sometimes tedious to go through all these, but I do want to show you the two new releases. There were only two this week, or this past week. That is Aavenir InvoiceFlow Portal Connector. So basically a way to pull in the integration between vendor flow and invoice flow from Aavenir. I hope I'm saying that name right. So that was new release number 1, version 1.0 of that. The second one was Anvilogic detection automation. So this is basically security operations connecting or assessing coverage of SIM detection rules by putting them on the MITRE attack matrix that's in ServiceNow and allowing you to drill down. So another new app that came out on this past week. So we'll hit the highlights now. This won't take us very long. We'll go through, and some of my old stuff is showing in here, so I'll just skip past that because there's less than 19 of them. And Agent Client Collector was one of the ones from last week. Something's messed up with my filter, but one of the ones from this week, Cisco PLS, or Partner Lifecycle Services Support, that got an update. You can see there was quite a bit of detail here. I'm not surprised. Cisco is a pretty thorough company, and I have no idea what Cisco PLS is, but if you're using this, it got a big update, and you can see all the changes there. Next up on the list, ClearSky IGA. This is the Identity and Access Management application. So they got a new version out there for Tokyo compatibility and Active Directory LDAP enhancements. So there's a big caution there to contact the ClearSky customer success team for the latest instructions before you upgrade. So if someone puts something like that in the release notes, you better follow the instructions. Up next, IBM Security QRadar SOAR. SOAR being the orchestration, automation, and I can't remember what the S and R at the moment, but this got certified for Tokyo. So if you're using IBM Security QRadar SOAR, go grab that Tokyo update if you're on Tokyo. This is from last week. We'll skip that one. Nutanix Beam plugin. So there were improvements around the type of field, choice, text, reference, etc., and possible values of choice and reference fields. So tiny little update there from Nutanix team. Office Templater. So they've got some enhancements in this one, some fixes, and some demo data. Enhancements being guided setup. Who doesn't like guided setup? Major HTML enhancement for PowerPoint documents and slide repetition when you're exporting multiple records. Some fixes in the UI UX for the Office template configuration. HTML fixes, image export fixes, and Excel documents. Minor fixes when exporting fields for type currency. I think that meant for. And then some demo data around Word, Excel, and PowerPoint documents. So this is an intriguing app. I might look at that one day. Next up, this is from last week, and Proven Optics IT Financial Management, or ITFM, cost modeling. That got an update around run mapping rules, service portal widget, and an updated business rule to convert to actuals, the actual amount to show actuals. That's a little mouthful right there. But if you're using Proven Optics, ITFM, you may want to go take a look at that update. Service Graph Connector for Armis. The ability to push CMDB CI properties out to Armis custom properties over the API. That sounds important. So if you got attributes in your CMDB that you want to share with Armis, there is a new custom mapping UI, allows you to select which CMD properties to map over. Guided setup walks you through the configuration, and an update set can be requested and applied to the CMDB CI insert update and only push data out to Armis. So fun stuff there around Service Graph Connector for Armis. CrowdStrike got an update, the new post-based device details API. So post being a REST function, so they got a new post feature out there. Small update, but might have been helpful for somebody. TSystems connector. So if you are a TSystems customer, big update here. Lots of, well, it says slight changes on communication channel, but they have a lot of detail in here. Some bug fixes, some changes. I'm not familiar with TSystems, but I looked it up and it's a pretty big company, and it sounds like a lot of people might be using this over in Europe. So if you are using it and you want to see that update, go check it out. Tasker got an update, 2.8 in this release. They have some new stuff, some updated stuff. Improved org hierarchy controls, draft task, new task type selection, bunch of stuff around task. which makes sense because the app is called Tasker. Updated stuff, advanced flow integration, action buttons on modals, improved mass reopen, approval task, modern portal revamp. I went and poked around at this one too because I was like, ServiceNow does tasks, but it looks like they're just doing a little bit more on top of what ServiceNow does. Trend Microvision 1 connector added a user agent to the request header. Small update, but figured if you're using Trend Micro, you might want that. Vivid Charts got another update. Fixed a bug with some breakdown filters and updated a chart option to allow the glide date time to be selected. Next up is the Vivid Charts data engagement. So this is a little bit bigger one, a new feature to calculate the difference between two dates in a list and improve some stuff around record counts, status map chart types, exiting a view. So basically some improvements and some actual fixes there. So you got 4 fixes there and some performance analytics data collection issues, stuff like that. So if you're using Vivid Charts, 2 updates for you in this batch of updates. Next up, VMware VRealize Automation ITSM Application 8.10. That's not a mouthful. New ITSM 8.10 features are plugin support for domain SEP, support for group entitlement from project to view deployments, enabling or disabling import day 2 actions, retaining rhythm, variables for unreleased versions, minor bug fixes, and then it lists out the additional features and functionalities in this. So if you're a VMware VRealize customer, you may want to go take a look at this update. There's a lot in there. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but that did come out in the past week. And I think this might be my last one, Wonder by Intellective. Same release notes as last time, but I could see like they just copy pasted or didn't change them. But Tokyo is included, so I think this is them certifying their app for Tokyo. So if you're using Tokyo and Wonder by Intellective, you might want to go grab that update. And now for real, the last one, Zoom In. There are some bug fixes for their widget. They fixed the drop-down section header and implemented click on the image to view the full-size image in a lightbox. That is it for the ServiceNow Store highlights for the week of October 21st. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in keeping up with what's going on in the ServiceNow Store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.